So back for round 2 in day 2. Started the stream playing Everquest. Gonna say it, graphics suck shit, as you can see. Game is fucking fun as if you play. Just gotta give it a shot. I hope I can say that every time. It bores the shit out of. Yeah, let's do it. So I did want to do Guck, and I am right here, but I got invited to an orc group and by Glavius, and he's already on a roll. So let's go there. I do believe I want to be heading north here. Let's see, southeast. Yeah, so I want to go northwest. Phone line's quite a far way. Again, if you've never played this before, I would suggest using 2 monitors or even a separate old shitty computer or whatever, laptop. Just have 2 monitors so you can look up maps on one and traverse in your game with the other. Thing is, I definitely like that there's no in-game maps, and it's actually it is a little bit tedious to go look at a map if you Google it each time, but the outdoor zones is really helpful. It's really helpful just to take a glance and know which direction you're supposed to be heading into. You know, whether it's northeast, southwest. Not necessarily dungeon maps. Dungeon maps are so hard to read anyway, because there's different levels and shit's weaving all over the place. You're almost better off just learning by landmark, if you will. Same with the zone maps. Eventually, after you run through it 5 or 6 times, you should just know things. See, I think I went too far west. I think, if I recall, this is one of those zone lines that this whole freaking zone is easy to run past the actual zone lines. See, it's like hidden by a tree like that, and you just run past it by accident. In this case, I probably just missed it by a little bit right here. But maybe this tree kind of can block it. You know, sometimes if you're at the right angle, you might not look. I'm just looking over here. I might just pass a zone line on it and be like, where the fuck was it? Anyway, that happens quite often. But it's tricky in Kunark, especially because Kunark makes you feel like the map size is so much bigger that you walk so much more. You get that weird eerie feeling in your gut. It's like, man, did I fucking pass it? I've been walking for a long time. I feel like I passed it. Did I pass it? I don't know. Lock check maybe if you're not lazy, but it's nice just to know where shit is eventually. That's where I think raiding is tricky. You know, there's a lot of clunky parts in my gameplay. Definitely see me fuck up quite a bit as we move forward. But raiding is something I never got to see. I'm fortunate that I'm not a monk or something, because then I could like really bring in. But I don't know. I don't even know enough of how the raid mechanics work. Fuck Raz, my boy. He wants to. So I'm telling him I'm just going over to join Glavius. See, this game is definitely full of that too. Once you start playing, you get a posse, and you get lots of invites, man. And then eventually you get a guild, and then your whole guild. It's not annoying at all by any means, but sometimes in a guild, you just don't have room for somebody or a couple people. You know, like it sucks. You always want to include as many people as you can, but you can only have six dudes in a group. So sometimes, usually what ends up happening actually is that the early birds kind of start a group if you're in a guild, and it progresses from there. So, you know, instead of letting your group know that you're leaving in 15 minutes, you'll let your entire guild know 15 minutes and see if there's anybody that wants to replace you. And then you got a pretty big pool, and you're in guild chats. So you're talking through the whole world rather than just like sending specific tells and finding people, which can be really tedious. Also, when you're doing like a who ogre or who all cleric or what have you, the anonymous folk don't show up. Think of an anonymous. You can do /anon, and it now says you're anonymous. Pretty sure if somebody else looks at me, my name is purple. So if you've actually seen anybody, I've crossed anybody that has a purple name, it's because they're set to anonymous. Now, if I say who Rycor, it says I'm anonymous. It doesn't actually say my level or my class. This is common for a lot of different things. For like raiding, sometimes guilds will throw on anonymous. Sometimes if you're camping an item, this is so also when you're anonymous, you don't show up in the dungeon. So if you did like a who all Oasis of Mar that I'm in right now, you wouldn't see me. Okay, so I don't think you see me, but I think if you're in that zone, maybe you do. I don't know. It's been so long since I've played. Some of those finer details have slipped my mind, but I'm just getting owned by fall damage. So, I think maybe it said orc group. I just kind of naturally ran to the Crocs, and because I hit clear way too often, I have no reference backwards. No big deal. Drybone Skelly, that's not good. Dark blue. I mean, I'm full mana. I could just bring him to the group. His DPS is rocking. I think Drybone do have the ability to nuke, so I could eat a big fucking nuke, which wouldn't be good. There's our boy. So that Drybone. I'll just dot it because nobody knows that I have it. Ooh. Okay, so Raz is still looking for a group, but we have a spot. Get him in. We can. Slow. I don't know what kind of levels we got. Maybe we have Obi. Yo. 2T. 15. So 5 levels is a decent gap. Dope. Raz is already on his way. Sweet, man. We got a good group. Got a good group. I do like these orcs. Pickett Smith, whatever the fuck. I got you, bro. Is it? Bitch. Instead of pitch and miss, pitch and myth. I like it. Edo, Glavius, Vivo. Edo and Vivo. Sounds like fucking news anchor hosts. Good afternoon. Doing some orcs with Tivo and Vivo. Tito and Vivo. Oh. And I'll pull aggro when I slow. Oh, I've got my powerful slow on. Not necessary. Not in a full group. So I'm assuming that was the mage. Yeah, I knew we needed a mage because it's a pet, but I didn't check all the classes in the group. Got Necromancer, who's Tito, Mage, who's Pitch and Myth. Lavius is the Paladin. And we got Bard and Raz the Monk, Shaman. That's a pretty dope group combination. Pretty powerful. Savage, really. His wife just spilled something. You get a sec. Top of that, I'm gonna hit my sow. So if mine wears off, I know to give it to everybody else. I'm gonna pull aggro. Not intentionally, but I know I'm gonna. Tanks AFK. That's the nice thing about Shaman. Their ogres, the stamina is really high. I mean, shit, the cap's 250 and I'm at 160 just almost naturally. So decent health pool. Plus you get the buffs. I'm not really rocking any good health buffs right now, but Shamans are cool. Slow is just so powerful. It's so overpowered. And then shit, dude. When you get Torpor, it's game over. I've never had it. I actually have it on the blue server, but I've never used it. 59. I stalled it. 8 even. Last 2 levels are just fucking. I swear it took me like a week on my Necro to get like 59 to 60, and I was just grinding like a lot every day. Solo grind. HS South. HS. Yeah. Let's even do HS South. Man. Takes a lot of grinding, those 50 and 59, especially if you're group. So the thing is too though, I was Ixar, so Ixar has an experience penalty. If you're rogues, you get an experience bonus, and that's because rogues die a lot just naturally. Keep that in mind too if you make a rogue or a class that's not as hardy. Often they'll have a offset in their experience. You can actually get a decent experience bonus, I think. You know, if you pick the right combinations. But the Shadow Knight Troll, Shadow Knight is fucked. And it's 45% experience or something. Don't let it dissuade you, but you should know it's there if you really cannot that much into it. Not that there's anything wrong with the 15 bar, just the level cap, the level difference between 20 monk and 15 bar is decent. Some of those deep water crocs, like level 22 or 23 or something, they're like going for quite a while here. So he's not wrong. There's probably more experience for our level over there. However, consistency is good too. I don't really care as long as we're killing shit. What you should do is join the and suggest that we move, and then yeah, and then we could all move. Probably. Yeah, Vivo. So I'm gonna heal him on his way in. I said before, it's kind of risky to do that. Shouldn't, if you're a cleric or something, you should wait, especially if he's got 3 like that. So it's nice to fight melee classes because you can root. If these were casters and you rooted them, then they'd be fucking smashing us. I don't know if you knew the way to see how the highest person in group can be to get XP or not, but you take the lowest level and multiply that by 1.5, and that's the highest level can be in group. So he did the math and basically points out that he certainly can group with us. A 15 can group with a level 20 up to a level 22, which I figured they'd still get experience. What I'm curious about is how much the experience is divvied up. I wonder, like, I don't think we all just get, you know, because there's 6 of us, I don't think we all just get that 100%, you know, divided amongst us. I it's more like the higher levels take a higher percentage of that pie because they contribute, in theory, they contributed more to the kill. I don't think your contributions to the kill determines your XP. For example, a cleric just sits around and does no damage versus yields. However, I don't know, there's a lot of fucking mechanics and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'd be curious to know if the actual level range between a 15 and a 22. If the level 21, for example, is going to get more experience per kill than the level 15. I don't know. Don't really care. So Raz is saying, yeah, the lowest level, so level 15, will get more than everybody else. So I would have thought it was the other way around, where the highest level gets the biggest piece of the pie, but he's saying it's the opposite, where the lowest level does. It's lost out. So if you're bad with buff timers or you're not using Gina, just tell people to give a shout out when something fades. It's nice to see just say lost Sal so I can leave a lot. Sand giant. Move, boys. Move. Move, Tito. Tito, bro. Bro. So as soon as his pet dies, that thing's coming to him, so I'm not aggro, so I don't have to. Sure, I'd prefer if I did. I'm gonna just gonna not see what happens. We'll do a test. I think I'm all good because I haven't done anything. I didn't do it since that sand giant's been engaged. I haven't done anything. I just ran in a circle. I haven't even bought anything else, which I. So we'll see if this fucker comes charging at me. He might actually go charging for somebody else. So everybody else ran that way. I'm gonna go this way. And I think I'm. Their sows. Maybe mine's gonna. Oh, I have a stronger sow. It's a question. Do I click it off and give a new one to myself? I want to find the sand giant. Where'd he go? Hopefully he's not gonna jump around the corner. Go. Gee. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, I'm fine. Oh, somebody's killing him. Cool. I still bought cool beans, so we don't have to worry about that anymore anyway. Oh fuck, oh fuck, there's another one. Uh-oh, it got our bard. Run, bud, run. Sow. Shit. I can't engage that tangent at level. Heal him though. Go for the heal. You got silos, but he's not as fast as he should be because he's not full health. I need to get the wave. See, if I heal, I'm going to be on that aggro list, and that tangent's going to want to kill me next, so I can't just be beside it. Oh, dude, go straight. Fucking deep. I know he's avoiding the works, but fuck off. Don't fall damage. Don't die from fall. Bro. Shit, it's so close to me too. Like, I gotta... Good. Okay, he's right by the... As soon as he drops aggro, that Sanjan's gonna turn around. I don't think it's gonna want to kill me yet, because I haven't done anything yet. I wanted to, but I didn't. He made it. He made it. And this is group antics too, right? I mean, it's just part of the game. Shit just sneaks up on you sometimes. Oh fuck, I didn't mean to. But I just happened to hear the sand giant, you know, and I was like, oh fuck. But but he's good. Ran away. There he is. Into it again. Sometimes my mouse look gets a little bit crazy, and it's like my desktop mouse is pretty slow speed. My mouse settings here are switched to 0 sensitivity, so I don't know how to get it any slow. So I wonder if other people are just fucking lightning fast when they move around. Pinch and Myth has to pinch one himself. Pinch. So the fact that Vivo lived, I kind of should have just stayed here and... Can cast on somebody and then switch targets. Oops. Cast on him and then switch to that asp. And the spell will land on the target you were casting on. Later on, when spell durations or spell cast times are longer, that can come in handy. Made those. I hardly participate in killing those. All right, we're just hanging out. Slow, getting experience, slow train. You know, it's the kind of nice time it would be to put on a movie or something and just kind of chill out. Because I feel like this is going to be a bit of a slow roll. Wants to fill out the group with the Shadow Knight. I mean, we do that. Raz is just good, right? He doesn't want to waste his time enough like this. It is kind of a waste of time. I should be with. But Glavius asked me first. So here we are. No reason I should pitch one. I mean, those kind of antics kind of just take over later on. After you've played the game for so long, you get a little bit greedy for that. Just kind of sucks to spend an extra 2 hours to achieve the same result. Just slightly adjusting. Comfy, considering the time investment we're doing. Slow. Let's chug that coffee and wait that here. That was really good. The mage is AFK. That's where all our DPS is. Man, I gotta start using my mana and shit. Like, I'm such a gimp shaman. Like, keep saying that. I just keep doing the sow job or the slow job. Oh, that old one was. And now I'm gonna hopefully remember. I'm gonna wait a minute. Hopefully remember to replenish everybody else's sow. When I see mine fading, then I'll know somewhat of cast a new one. He wants to know how much AC I have banded. 9 AC. I'm not assisting, so I'll go plug this guy over here. It's from the well, it is a bard, so I'm pretty stoked to say it too. He's playing a bard. I wonder if all the bards you appreciated watching The Witcher and how it's kind of like showcasing a bard, but you know, first fantasy show that I've seen part of the kind of act. So I actually have a standing desk. At one point I'll have to fucking readjust, maybe not a session, but at some point my neck is starting to get sore from turning to the, so I should switch everything to Ah, dude, that's so funny. So, okay, wait, sand giant. So I'm trying to target it. Oh, okay, sand giant. Okay, I just spam the shit out of everybody. And that took me way too long. That was really shitty. That pet's gonna pull aggro and get a train here. And you want help, you can, but it's so many fire. Like, what can you do? So basically what this means is to readjust our spot. Just basically got lynched by that same sand giant twice. So when we come back, I suggest we move to the furthest part of that vis wall. And if we park there, we'll all see the sand giant coming. And I actually don't think it paths far enough where we get aggro, unless we're fighting too far out, got a pet stuck out there or something. But the issue here is that the sand giant is behind us. We can't actually see it. So once we recover from this, we'll reorient. Also, it's so fucking funny. I was saying yesterday when I was grouping with Ernmith, his name. The R, the R and the N, they look like a weird fucking M. I was saying that earlier. Wait, he's coming to the group, so I'll fucking say it again. But Flavius was having a hard time inviting him, and he even mentioned, he's like, and you can't even see it. It looks like IMML. What the fuck? It looks like LMML, but capital because it's the first letter, so it's IMML. But it looks like Immel. It's IRN. Earn. So if you're making a new character, if you've never played the game, the font is fucked. Stay away from the R and N. Stay away from the I's and the L's. Those are really hard to see. Pretty funny though. I said that yesterday and I'm having a hard time with it. Anyway. Slow this. Definitely pull out. It's fine. I mean, honestly, this could be the group right here. Tank, shaman for the slow, and a mage for the DPS. The little trio. Big posse. Trios are kind of the best way for experience. I've said it a few times, but if you've got a friend or two, like a Rogue is nice for the DPS, Monk for the pulling, and then maybe a Shaman. Or Enchanter. Enchanter would be really handy there too. Actually, Enchanters kind of buff other spellcasters, and in that really spellcaster are buff so well. So, I mean, everything's doable though. Play what you want to play. And you'll always find somebody to fill in the gaps too. If you guys want to just play melee characters, you'll always find friends that are clerics or guildmates that are healers. Like it's part of the game. Okay, so I'm gonna root that back one. The sand giant, where is he? So here's the dangerous part about rooting out there. If that sand giant was to path back, okay, back over here. If that sand giant was to path back, and my homie here, my enemy homie, was fucking rooting, then I would gain aggro from the sand giant, and it would come right for me. So, suggest that we move. I do have an orc rooted in the back. That's probably gonna right away. Glavius is awesome. Yeah, I hear that fucker. So it's kind of bad timing for me to suggest that, because literally what I'm suggesting is that we run past that fucking sand giant and we go sit on the other side of the wall. But at least then we would all see him, because it doesn't look, it looks like we could go right through that. like the zone keeps going, but that technically actually is the wall, and it's kind of pointed to invisible because in it's 1990 graphics, you just fucking it's like a glass wall. The edge of the zone. I'm just gonna push us. What's this? Air. So this is kind of where I set up shop, and that's your lowest visibility point where the sand giant comes in. React. Just gonna do it. Mages are sweet. They do a lot of damage throughout the whole game. Mages are it's like they're their own class. They're not a hybrid. Oh shit, to heal. Behind me. Under my ass cheek. Shit, I fucked that up. So look, clarity too, and haste. Okay, what T-break? That Zabin. Pet names are pretty weak in this game, but there's a laser out there. I'm pretty sure you can get laser as a pet name. That's probably the dopest. Priest, I think that's it's doing a dispel. It's not cool. Somebody probably just lost Sal. Lavius feels dispelled, so he probably lost something. Look him up with Sal. This is a nice spot for casters because you can just reel him in. I just slowed that guy, and Glavius is gonna bring another one. I'll root that guy. He's bringing it too soon. That one, and because it's fighting, I'll slow it right now. And let's fucking watch this work. We're getting to the point now where my damage is gonna be not very good. Like, look at, you can read Glavius is doing 28, and the pets are hitting for 20 and 19. So, hey, once in a blue moon, 22. It's way better for me just to med and nuke even. That's going to be the soon progression. See, my nukes are doing more damage now. I think they used to do like 72 last level. Now they're doing 79. Slowly that happens as your like evocation skill levels up. I think that's how it determines how much more less damage you do. Man, this game's so fucking cool. It doesn't look good, but you just have to play it for 1 or 2 days. I've said it before. So much. Slow this. Slow this orc. With that fucking little pixel slip, and it interrupted the spell. I pulled dagger. I could have been a little bit closer just so then. The Glavius is 18. Baz had a point. A lot of these fucking things are. But speed's moving in the right direction, so we'll just hang out for a bit. I don't think I have another 6-hour grind anyway this time around today, so this is probably a good spot to be. Oh, I'm gonna interrupt that. Oh, I missed it. This is gonna slow. It's new. It's slow. Took a lot of. Oh. Shit. Okay, bash missed. Slam. So bash is the same as slam, except bash requires a shield. Slam requires being a big race, so only ogres, barbarians, and trolls can slam. You don't require a shield with slam, so it's pretty cool as a caster. Just to even have the ability to run up and just fucking see. I'll try to do it with this priest. We'll try to see when he's casting. Heal. He's about to nuke me. Saw it coming, but whatever. It's a good thing. I can take that. I need to med anyway, so can reach some health. Oasis didn't have. Oh, he's healing, and I interrupted it. It says right there, and he's healing. And I can't do fuck all about that second one. But if you had another big race like Glavius, if he was an ogre or troll, you know, pending he lands his slam as well, it would have been all good. So definitely races can have plus sides as well. Tito, he's a lizard man, which is pretty dope, and the fact that he's a necromancer is primo combination. You can be other races for the necro, but Ixar is just so good. Ixar's main feat is the regen that they get. It's just so much better than any other race. Fact, I think the fungi tunic, like I can't remember the exact numbers, but on a regen scale and a regeneration scale, if the fungi tunic, which is one of the better items in the game, is 20 regen, I think it's higher, but I think Ixars would get like 18 just for being an Ixar level 60. Like their racial ability is almost as good as one of the best items in the game. It's not the best item in the game, but it's up there for one of the best viable items in the game. I should probably focus here. Slow that. Look at all these corpses. Okay, I'm bad at looting corpses. Everybody is at this level, which is usually a sign that people have played before, because, you know, if you haven't, you're pretty good at just picking up everything, because you don't really know the value of anything, so you're just picking shit up, and everything seems valuable. Those words actually are kind of valuable, actually. But it's just a bad habit we all have with the games to not loot these things. And when you loot them, they add up. Things add up. I'm gonna split this guy. I don't think this is the one anybody's attacking, so I'm gonna pull away here. It was the one everybody was attacking, so I picked the wrong target. So we're a little bit split, I think. We're good. Let's hang out in that. I guess I should say 35. No, I'll just say 45. It's so comfortable and we get stop the pulling. And I might just hang out. Do a lot of coffee. Doing this. You actually. Two coming in. Maybe a third ad. Probably this is the third ad. Oh, it just slipped by. So I just assisted. I'm probably going to pull aggro by accident here. So we got some off tanking happening, which happens. Oh, everything's dying so fast. So we went from Crocs all day yesterday to Orcs all day today. 20% through 19. Moving in. Crocs are probably a little better experience depending on how crowded the zone. Just because the deep range of those deep water Crocs goes like to level 24 or something. Like I think at a retarded hour, you can get quite a bit of those. Okay. This one should have actually slowed. Slow this one. Pull them up to the side. Well, so one of these is not slowed. Like when they're slowed, they're not even a threat. Like I could take hits for a while here. The bard's trying to mez. Bards are cool when they mez like that though. It's just like safety mode. And usually it's good to assist to everybody. Same thing. And then the bard can mez properly. I've talked about bards quite a bit actually at this point in the area of effect mez. It's just really fantastic. It's just a peaceful thing, man. Especially when there's like 6 mobs or 5 mobs. I don't know what the limit is. I don't know if there is a limit. I'm sure there is. But it's nice. It's a nice feeling whenever it plays along with that one. Drybone Skelly experience. Blue. I'll just pull it. I think we're about to kill that. Slow's so good. Like he did 24 damage. That's it so far. Don't even need pass. He's missed again. I aggroed this whole time. He's only 24 damage to me. Slow is just super great. So they peel him off. Let's take a seat. You know what the devil is in this game? Pizza. Just like a fucking... It's like a weird switch went off. I'm like, ooh. Fuck, dude, that brings back a lot of memories. You end up just getting in the zone sometimes and you just end up doing it. Hopefully I don't do that though. Okay, so there's quite a few here. You'll want to... Think anybody's attacking this one? Bad. So here's I feel bad for the bard, right? Because he's trying so hard to mez, but playing along with that. And so I was saying this yesterday. Everybody's hitting everything, and the bard mez takes up. It just puts them so high on the aggro list that they just wake up and turn around and bop them in the face. So personally, if I was the bard, I would just hit stuff. Things are just gonna, we have so much DPS in this group. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's part of the fun too, of the lower levels especially. Kind of just do whatever you do, as long as you're participating in the helping. Later on though, you get more defined. Everybody's roles get even more defined than they already seem. And that's when the trios and duos can really shine and really apply your skill sets. Okay, so I probably should have told them I'm low mana. My bad. So let's assist. Okay. So he's gonna get that one mezzed. Alright, that priest with the slow. Let's see low mana. Let's work. So this is where bard mezzes come in really handy, right? It's a bit of a sketch pull because it feels like everybody's low on mana, but the bard just starts singing and it does everything. But look how much aggro he's got. You know, Lavius is banging away and that orc just doesn't want. Still hitting Vivo. I don't think I've slowed this orc. Just kind of want to meditate. I feel like we're gonna need a med break anyway. Okay, let's fucking slow this guy out. I think he's slowed. There. Yeah, let me fight him. I'll fight him. As long as he's not hitting the bard, that's because Evil's level 15, I think. Level 19. So that alone is a significant difference in damage. But I'm also ogre, and I'm also shaman, and I'm also wearing banded. So I don't know what he's got. I don't know. Maybe he's got some good But so those levels are big. Okay, so we're gonna get probably doesn't prop himself up. This guy's just gonna roll in. I'm gonna slow him, and then I can plant him over here. Sysclavius. I can slow that guy if I wanted to, but I'm gonna just get the other guy slowed because the one that they're killing is about to die. So he's slowed. I'm gonna stay low on mana. Actually, I'll say I don't have. I will soon. So once they peel him off, I'll take a seat. Give it a second for sit aggro. Dope. Off. So I haven't seen that sand giant. I imagine that's gonna come swinging around at some point, unless those dudes over there actually killed it, because they were killing one. First corpse run. So the pet is tank. See how much life? It's fine. Yeah, I have 20 mana. That sand giant's on my mind. I'll be back before. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go. do we got? What do we got? Priest going on here. Priest. Slow. Alright, sorry I had to practice my one-hand blunt skills. Okay, so let's here. This guy's not slowed. Dead. He's healing. I could have interrupted that. I'm going for the nuke. Some heal. One of the nice things about going AFK is you come back to like a full mana pool. Kind of like, if you're able to, back in the day, playing StarCraft, if you had to take a piss or something, you come back, you got all this fucking spend. Oh. The crack staff weighs a lot, but it's worth a platinum. Full platinum. Which is actually really good at this level. I'm not sure if I slowed him twice. So if you see something charging at you and you're sitting, I think you lose all your armor class and he hits you for full, or I don't know if it has anything to do with armor class. He just hits you for full damage, any mob. So you don't want to get hit when you're sitting. That's why sit aggro doesn't seem like a big deal if he's running by and just hits you on the face or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it's max damage when that happens. So later on in the game, that's a big deal. Doesn't really matter at level 19, but these things suck when they kill you. Already health, especially. Okay, here's one of the shittiest ones. Is let's see, you're at, I don't know, 15% life, and let's see, you get sit aggro. Okay, we should kill that priest first, or just mez it. That was working too. Anyway, you're sitting at 15%. And something bops you on the fucking head and puts you into that like wounded lamb phase where you're like, I don't know what it is, like under 12% or something. Basically every mob just turns around and looks at the dude who's at 12% and just fucks him up all at the same time. You can't do anything about it. Like you just don't want to be hovering around that like 10-ish%. I don't know what it is, but it's called the wounded lamb phase. All the mobs just turn around, kill you. Sweet. I was saying yesterday how long it takes to level, and I didn't really know how to gauge it properly, and different for everybody. But somebody just asked what level do we have to get to before we sit down and have to physically click the meditate button before it works automatically? Because eventually it does, which is nice. And it's cool that we have to wait this long too, because it makes it rewarding when you get it. And if you have, it's one of those things though, if you start a new character, it's when you're like, oh fuck, now I have to meditate. It's a luxury you get used to. Anyway, point is, get that luxury at level 35. So at level 35, when I just sit down, I've got it bound to X. I just press X, automatically regenerating mana. For now, your brain slips for a second and you miss that meditate button, sitting there, not actually regaining any mana. It's first, nice. It's almost not even necessary for me to split that. Bard likes to mez anyway, so and I can take the hit. I need to med anyway. Sal's gonna be fading pretty soon. Hit myself first and maybe set a timer. But I don't want to just dish out Sal's right now to everybody who likely already has Sal and then be totally out of mana. Totally fucked. Mana. At least I'm low on mana now and I'm not sitting at a full bar like I was a while back. Just chatting away. Okay, we got 4. Okay, I'm gonna root that back one. So this Bard Mez is gonna be dope. You're gonna see some peace coming here. Okay, so this is where assist buttons are. So we should all be doing starting Glavis, hitting that assist button. He's fighting. was he's kind of running around trying to save everybody. But we want to focus on this guy. Who's rooted. You can tell he's rooted in game move. I'm guessing. Okay, so it's a little bit of a shit show. Got an extra ad here. Maybe it's getting fucked up from targets here. I don't do except slow everything that is slowly fucking. Pretty sure. Maybe not this guy. Maybe pace it out. Yeah, no, he slowed. And if I had Canny right now, so Canny is a shaman ability that lets you spell, that lets you eat your life and gives you a little bit of mana. Not super efficient, but man, anything helps. And it actually helps a lot. If we pick up another ad, we would be fucked. Okay, he's a tank. I'm gonna heal. Okay, so that guy's not slowed. That's what's going on here. But he's dying so fast. Ooh, shit, I'm out. It's got a lot of... Nothing slowed anymore. Okay, so Paladin's got the lay on hands a bit. Okay, we're so lay on hands is it's a really long timer. I don't know what it is, like 6 hours or something. Maybe not that long, 5 hours, but it's long. And it heals to full, I believe. In EQ, in normal D&D, I think it's shitty. It doesn't heal to full, but in Everquest it heals right to full. I think it's pretty dope. Let's look at that XP, yo. Pretty good, man. It's good. It's moving forward. I mean, I've only been back this session for an hour, so in a few more hours, or 20, you know. And then sometimes, like I was saying yesterday, hit sweet spots. This might be a little bit of a lull level, like this area. Outdoor zones don't give you this experience, but once you get further on and your class gets more defined, you just get stronger, and then you get more dynamic with the class combinations. Just get more effective. Class gets more effective, which makes it fun, man. That's one of the things that makes EQ super fun. Is you start off shitty. You have a rusty dagger and some rags that your guildmaster gives you. If you even know how to do the quest, you just talk to him. But just hail him. Just give him an... I don't even... It doesn't matter. It's negligible. But start off like a piece of shit. Months down the road, got all these levels, you'll just have this moment of awe where you're like, oh man, my character's so strong right now. Like, these things used to wipe my... Like, these used to just fuck me up. Every day I struggled killing these guys. You know, level 40 or something, 50, 60. It's just, you just plow through, running for faction or whatever. It's just, it's kind of fun to just remember how hard the struggle was and how easy it is to kill those same mobs. Point is, it's such a long that you really feel powerful at the end of it. I'm gonna hit up everybody with Sow. I think I was gonna do that a while ago. If it, you know, let's run it. Probably ever did. We're Vivo, man. It's got to be tough. He's a 15 bard, but we're pushing him pretty. We're pulling pretty hard for him because he wants to do that AOE mez, which is great. He should be. He just saved our ass, I think. But they hit him hard because he's only level 15. He's fucking taking on like 5, and then when they turn around, so he's doing a good job. Everybody's. I've been lucky. We've been getting in good groups. But one of the benefits of having a game out for so goddamn long is you people know what's going on. If they haven't played recently, they played years ago, and it's like muscle memory. It comes back pretty quick. especially if you die once or twice. And I think on your journey to level 10, you'll die a few times. I think I died a few times, just because everybody's like a gimp ass warrior at level 10. Even if you're a caster, you just have this rusty ass dagger. Just everybody sucks like 1 to 10. And again, as I'm saying, you know, the point, your class gets more defined as you. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of classic EQ. I love it. It's just, for me, the game opens up between 50 and 60. The Kunark expansion is really where it's at, in my opinion. It's just hard to talk about the same kind of thing. The path between 50 and 60, super defined. Like the difference between a level, I guess what I'm trying to say is that the classic role from a shaman 1 to 50 was just a really boring idea to me. If to stop at level 50 and just kind of be stuck there, if you go look at the shaman spells for level 50, it's really not that exciting. But if you go look at the shaman spells for level 60 and you get torpor and shit, it's like, holy fuck, that's the best spell in the game. That's actually so exciting. So for me, in most classes, I think just get a lot more fun between 50 and 60. They did Kunark really well. It's a hard leap though, man. You're not expecting the jump sometimes between Kunark mobs and Antonica mobs. So a dark blue in Antonica is quite a bit easier, in my opinion, than a dark blue over in Kunark. So be aware of that if you're around. Which I'm sure a lot of people are right now, because why wouldn't you? Like Vilmont's a dope zone. I'll probably be there at some point. In fact, I think that is around level 20ish. It's another outdoor zone though. I kind of want to hit the dungeons up and that. Even if I stay in the classic material, like if I go to Soul Being level, I'm fine with that. Pretty sure there's some wisdom bracers in there anyway. Can't remember what they're called though. Man, it's been so long since I've played. I have like remnants of memory. I haven't gotten into gear yet at all because I just it's kind of its own can of worms to open when you haven't played this game in a long time. Just to relearn the stats and what everything means. I mean, I know things, but I don't know things. And the gear grind becomes really fun. It's really fun to know certain dungeons and what you're going after. Oh man, okay, here's something really big tip if you're starting new, if you've never played before. There are super valuable things you can do at a low level. Like, super valuable. You're not like totally gimped until you're 60. High hold pass. If you look that up in the wiki, there's the Idol of the Thorned. No, that's the wrong. Sorry, cat aggro. Shiny brass idol. That's what I'm looking for. That's an item that guilds will, that guilds want. So you can actually camp that at like level 18 or 19 or 20 or something, and that sells well. And while you're camping that, it also drops